This video is going to be on the things you can do if you actually want to change your love life in 2022. If you actually want to make space for that relationship, if you actually want to find being single empowering and find dating fun and find relationships healthy and committed, okay? This is what you need to do. Now, a pattern I see time and time again, and this was certainly mine, was that clients will show up to a consult call, or people will say they're ready to do the work, they're ready to change, they will do anything to get the results they want, until it comes to the crunch time, until it comes to actually having to do the work, until it comes to the commitment part, the stepping in part, the signing up part, and then the excuses start, okay? And this was definitely my pattern. It was, I would usually go for people that weren't looking for a relationship, weren't available, pretend I was happy to go with the flow, get really upset when it didn't work out, and then I would swear never again, it's gonna be different, it's gonna be that, it's gonna be blah blah blah, until I'd had a little bit of space. Then I thought, well, actually they didn't treat me that badly, actually I'm not that unhappy, actually do I really need to do anything to change? Won't the next person be different? So it was a very, very comfortable space to be, because you can say you want something till the cows come home, but until you actually start committing and start doing, you will stay in the same circle. And I think, it is, you are only going to change your love life when you are ready to commit and you are ready to do. And it has to be when it is right for you. I didn't change, my love life didn't change because the right guy came along and fixed it all. I finally had enough of my own crap, I spent months reading books, I deleted all the apps, I listened to podcasts, I got help, I day in, day out showed up, committed to what I wanted, and ready and willing to try anything and everything in order to get myself there. And I did. Eventually that's what happened, but it wasn't somebody coming in and fixing it all and making it okay. It started with me. It started with the every single day commitment. Okay, I went from saying, oh, I'm never going to do that again, and actually 3 weeks later I'd be back in the same cycle and back in the same pattern, to actually saying, no, that's not going to happen, and here's what I'm going to do instead. Okay, and of course I went backwards. Of course, you take steps back, and sometimes you will end up repeating the same thing. That doesn't matter. It's about what you do at the end of it. It's about what you choose again. Do you choose to go back to the same circle, or do you choose to draw a line in it and choose something else? It is a commitment that you have to do kind of every single day, and you've got to follow that through with action, because otherwise you do end up stuck in the same place. So if you are ready to get serious, and if you are ready to create the change in your life, the first step is commitment, the second step is action. There's no way about from it, okay? So you can ask yourself things like, what commitments are you actually willing to make? What commitments can you make now to make space for love in your life? How committed are you? Are you committed to let go of your ex? Are you committed to spending a few months working on yourself? Are you committed enough to invest? What are you actually willing to do? Seriously, because you might be in a space where what you're ready for at the moment is you're ready to delete the apps and read a book on dating, or read a book on relationship patterns, or listen to a podcast. If that's your level of commitment, get really, really clear, okay? But write it down. The second question to ask yourself is, what are you prepared to let go of? With any change, there's something that kind of has to be lost, because it needs to make space for what is new and what is there. So what are you prepared to let go of? Okay, can you let go of an old thought pattern such as, I'm always a single one? Could you let go of holding a torch for your ex? Could you let go of that situationship you're in? What can you let go of? And then the third point is, what can you actually do instead? If you wrote down a list of everything that you're doing that is holding you back, what could you replace that with? What behavior are you doing that you know isn't going to get you what you want, and what can you do instead? Okay? Because when you've got a bit of a sense about where you are, what you can do and where you want to go, you will know your next steps. And for me, the women I work with, they're the yes women. They're the, okay, I'm ready, I'm here, I'm showing up, and let's go. I don't want to, part of my job, which I love, is that I get to work with the women who are committed and will follow through and will do it because they are ready. And that is where the magic happens. And the first step is figuring out where you are and what you want, and where you want to get to and what you're going to do in the process. So yeah, I hope that helps. Sometimes I think there's so much going around, new year, new me. But if you are ready to commit, to work with me, to change your love life, go to my website, which is linked underneath and in my bio, and book a free consult call.